we're still not live. Right, according to Google Plus, we're live, and it's EuroAsia Scrum, and Craig and David here. Craig, do you have any? Craig, we should be able to find, with a bit of luck, I can find your user page on here. But would you like to go ahead and give an update?
Yeah, still working on Cucumber scripts. Haven't progressed any further than last week. I was going to get Viv to walk through. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that. Hook up with Viv and show her what we're doing. So I was going to use that as a tool to do that. But I shall probably carry on with the rest of those today. And I've also created a new GitHub repository for Osra scripts.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea with that is that people can run a script depending on whether they've got a CentOS or a Debian Ubuntu environment and get a full up and running development environment just by running the script.
All right, that's great. Is that something that's ready for people to use, or is that just something?
If you look on the Slack pages in the Osra channel, there, that link there. There's a CentOS one up there now, and within the next hour or so there'll be a Debian one. It's just it's really rough and ready, and I've just put it on GitHub so people can comment on it. But when people are happy with it, we can get Osra to take ownership of it, and then I can start pulling down from Osra and sending pull requests when it's a little bit tidy. So Osra has control of it. If you see.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds great. Yeah. Yeah. So it's this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I did the Cent one first because I'm less familiar with the packaging system than I am with apt-get.
Yeah.
So I've kind of ironed out all the rough spots on the package parts.
All right. Yeah, we don't have a CentOS compatible script for website 1 or for local support yet, I don't think. So that's great. Is CentOS something that is used by other team members? Or
I don't know. I've been using CentOS 7 a little bit because it's only just been released, and it's got a 10-year security support system. They're vouching that they'll keep it active for 10 years, and so I think you're going to see it in enterprise more and more. And that being the case, you probably want a development environment that matches your production. So I just thought it would be a useful exercise. I'm playing around with it more, and I'm a little bit less of a fan of Ubuntu since they've switched to Unity. I know you can put a GNOME desktop on it and there's all that sort of stuff, but and it's just good to keep me aware of what's going on the CentOS exercise. So it's a pretty selfish feature, if for want of a better word.
Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Fedora user day to day, although I use Ubuntu virtual machines for developing Agile Ventures things. Use a Debian virtual machine now and again, but yes, the Fedora stuff, which includes CentOS and Red Hat.
Yeah.
Great. And I think Red Hat has kind of a partnership with CentOS now.
Yeah, they are. They've joined together, and I'm not sure how that's working or what's happened. I'm not sure exactly how it works because they still have to fund themselves, don't they?
I think so, yes. I'm not sure what the partnership is. I just read a press release and it didn't give away very much, except that they were now friends.
That can only be a good thing.
Yes.
So, And I'd like to, if I get the time, to do a FreeBSD and an OpenBSD one as well, but
Ah,
that's
great. Yes.
not critical.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Rails pretty successful on the BSDs?
I don't know. I come from CS169 into Agile Ventures, and I couldn't get any of their setups to work on FreeBSD. It was always we always had problems around the JavaScript issue, Ruby Racer.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to
Yeah.
be very fussy about how it compiles, but I don't think Osra has a Ruby Racer dependency. It's just making sure that nodes on the system and using exec.js. So that might work. I don't know. I thought I'd give it a try, and if I did, I can push the scripts.
No, that's great. Yeah. It does sound like yeah. That sounds more positive, and the BSD is a relation to macOS as well, where Rails is pretty successful. But again, you might get the Ruby Racer problem on macOS. I don't know.
Well, I think
We
there
always
is a
run it
problem on
Ubuntu.
macOS, and I think you have to, because they use a different C compiler, don't they? And I think you have to jump through hoops to download the GNU C compiler, and I don't think it's an easy thing to do.
Yes.
But I may be talking a little bit of nonsense there. I know it's quite involved.
Yeah. For a long time, macOS was running with quite old version of the GNU C compiler, and then they switched to this version based on the Intel compiler system, the what's it called, the LLVM system,
Yeah.
which is kind of a related but not identical tool chain to the one that's used on the Linux systems. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But the BSDs, I don't think they've switched over to LLVM as such. But I'm sure it's available on the BSD.
Yeah, FreeBSD I think might have made the switch. I'm not sure what OpenBSD are doing. I'd have to have a look. I've just been installing packages on OpenBSD recently, rather than compiling. So
yeah, things compile in the background. You never see how it's actually done. Yeah. Okay, that's good. In terms of my own updates, I've been now up to chapter 13 finished chapter 13 of the Learning C the Hard Way, and hopefully we'll be doing this meeting the same time tomorrow morning. But no plans for Agile Ventures work today apart from that.
okay, how's the chapter 13? How far through that is that roughly?
Oh, it's about halfway through. Although, as far as I can tell, the book isn't. Well, no, I'm sure the book isn't finished yet. He wrote it in 2010 and left it in an unfinished state. So, but that won't worry me because I'll learn plenty enough about C that I want to know from the bits. I guess 2/3 of the book that he has written. So where is my page here? So I was just playing with the switch statement, which is quite different from switch statements in more high-level languages. It appears to work the same, but actually you have to calculate most of these cases. The compiler has to calculate them rather than doing it at runtime. So whereas in Ruby you can put any expression here and any expression here, it's a bit more strict. And C.
And does it only take certain types of things like strings and cars and?
Well, according to Zed Shaw, which I didn't realize from the other book I was reading, although it takes things like chars, under the hood it's always using them as a number. So everything becomes an integer or a char. Everything really becomes a char, I think. And then it gets converted into a jump address to jump to these various. And these things get converted into labels. So it's all basically a wrapper around goto.
Okay.
And it all has everything except this value has to be known at compile time.
Amazing the differences, isn't there?
Yeah. But yeah, with the simplicity, you get an awful lot of speed.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. So yeah, the book itself has about 26 chapters, but only 22 of them have been written.
Okay. I think we've got builders in and they're just about to start. So before I ruin the recording,
Yeah.
I think you need to know you're going to start hearing lots of hammers.
All right. Well, let's hang up. Let's finish up there.